Now that you understand the anatomy of HTML syntax, it's time to look at something that every HTML page must have, even before the H1 or any content shows up. It's called the HTML boilerplate. As a beginner, I would recommend you to type the whole thing. As we continue and as we progress, it is easier to use the shortcut key. Press on Shift key and write the exclamation mark and hit on Tab. This appears because we have the file that is written index.html. If you don't have a file that ends with .html, then the boilerplate will not pop up. So make sure you write your file as a .html. This is what we call a boilerplate. A boilerplate is simply a starting template. It is a default structure for every web page. It includes the basic tags that the browser needs to interpret your page correctly. Think of it like a frame of the house, walls, roof, and foundation. Even if you are showing a sentence, you still need this structure. Let's take a look at the full boilerplate. This is the full HTML boilerplate. Let me break it down step by step. We have the Doctype HTML. What is the Doctype Declaration? This is the very first line. It's not an HTML tag. This one, it's a declaration. It tells the browser, hey browser, this document is written in modern HTML5. It helps the browser render the page using the correct rules. Every HTML page should start with this line, always. The next line, we have HTML_lang equals en in double quotes. The HTML tag here, it is the root of the page. This tag wraps everything on your web page. This is the root element. Everything else lives inside it. We also add a lang en. This one tells the browser the language of the page. In our case, English. Then we have head, the behind the scene area. Next, we have the head section. This is where you include information about the page, not content that is shown directly. Inside the head tag, we have this UTF-8. This ensures all characters, like letters, symbols, emojis, anything, are read correctly. The next one is what we have here, meta name viewport, content with device, width equals device width, initial scale equals to 1.0. This one, it makes your website responsive on all screen sizes, phones, tablets, and desktop. The next part we have is this part that we call the title. The title, it sets the name shown on the browser tab. Like if I come here and write my website and hit on save, what happens? In the browser, you are able to see my website here. This is where the title appears at. The other part that we have is what we call the body. Everything that is visible in your browser, text, headings, images, buttons, all of them will go inside the body tag here. Everything else will be written here. If you put it outside the body, the browser may not show it correctly. Inside the index.html file that we had created earlier, I want you to type the full boilerplate we just learned. Okay? If you are using VS Code, just type the exclamation mark and hit tab or enter. It auto-generates the HTML boilerplate. We have learned about the Doctype HTML that tells the browser to use HTML5. We have learned about HTML tag, which is the root tag that wraps everything. Then we have learned about the head tag, which contains page settings like title and character set. Then we have learned about the body tag, which holds the actual or your actual content, what people see on the page. And now you are ready to start building real pages the right way. So that's how we do it. Try it for yourself And as always, for all that and more, I'll see you in the next lesson.